when this was first sent to me, I kind of had the thought that I think people had when they first sort of saw the Invisible Man title of, what do I have to do with this? It's called The Invisible Man. Yet they're telling me I'm the lead character, so how does that work? Am I invisible? And then I read it, and I realized that it was this not only incredibly scary, entertaining, nail-biting thriller, but it had this incredible character piece at the heart of it, this woman who is being terrorized, and that Lee Wanell, our writer-director, had used this Invisible Man monster as an analogy for gaslighting, and I just thought that was so interesting. I think one of the things that really attracted me to it was the idea that we were making a monster a real character, that it wasn't somebody who had some sort of special skill or had to kind of, I don't know, he wasn't wielding a chainsaw, that it felt like here was somebody who was real. Here was a real person who was intelligent and handsome and was incredibly manipulative and also abusive. And I think that was something that I really, really liked that Universal and Blumhouse wanted to do. Yeah, one of the things Lee and I talked about when we first talked was we were like, we really need this movie to be scary. That was the most important thing to us. Like, nothing else works if it's not scary. And we had so much fun figuring out what was the scariest thing to do. So we would block out or rehearse a scene, and we'd be like, ooh, and then it'd be super cool if then the door opened, and then it shut, and then I'll turn and I'll look, and it'll happen behind me, and we just would come up with stuff that we thought would be scary if we were watching the movie. Or we'd do a take, and I'd be like, I think that if you let that go a little bit longer and just draw it out as much as possible, the audience is going to be on the edge of their seat. So it was really fun to kind of just enact what we wanted to see. One of the things that we discussed, Lee and I, was as if she was going to end up at the end being a strong character that we could kind of look up to or identify with. I really wanted her to start out as weak and vulnerable as possible. I played a lot of strong women, and I think it's important to remember that we can also be vulnerable, and we can be intelligent but also make the wrong choices. And that was that quote-unquote weakness, that vulnerability, that timidness that she has in the beginning, I think was just as important as getting to the strong place at the end.